Hi students, I'm Dr. Bhavna. In this lecture, we are going to deal about the last part of this topic called as human health and diseases. So when we have come to the last topic called as human health and diseases, in the last class what we have discussed, we will once revise. So we have discussed about the AIDS as well as cancer. So in the cancer we have done in the last class. So I'll just revise for those who have missed the video. So in the cancer, basically cancer, it is the most deadly disease of all the humans. That is, humans, most of the people are dying. Across 25 million people have died due to cancer, and it is the most prevalent disease where numerous human beings die due to this disease. So, basically, we should learn about the cancer. What are the causes which promote the cancer? Like, what are the modes which help in promoting the cancer? They are nothing but three types. That is physical agents, chemical agents, as well as biological agents. Three types. Physical, chemical, as well as biological. So basically in the physical agents, what are the physical agents means what these radiations, when we are exposed to too much of radiation also we will be suffering from disease. So radiations are X-rays, gamma rays are ionizing radiations. When it comes to non-ionizing radiations, they are nothing but UV rays. If you are exposed highly to sunlight, UV rays also, you will be suffering from cancer. But there is a ozone layer and all which will protect us. But if you are too much exposed to UV radiations, normally UV radiations also some people take. So when you are exposed highly to that, the person will be suffering from cancer, as well as ionizing radiations like X-rays and gamma rays. When you are exposed also, you will be susceptible to that of cancer. When you come to chemical agents, chemical means smoke. Numerous people take tobacco smoke and all. So lung cancer as well as oral cavity cancer, everything is more prevalent. So when it comes to chemical carcinogens, it is nothing but nicotine which is present in the tobacco. So it is tobacco. When it comes to biological agents, numerous some viruses also cause. These viruses are called as oncogenic viruses. Oncogenic virus. As well as these damage the cells, that is called as proto-oncogenes or cellular oncogenes. These cells will be damaged. So these are the causes in the physical, chemical, biological. Physical X-rays, gamma rays, chemical UV rays. Chemical is tobacco, biological is oncogenic viruses. Which cells they damage is proto-oncogenes, that is, or cellular oncogenes. These cells will be damaged. So this is about the what are the agents which cause the cancer. Then later, normally cancer, the property is cellular differentiation as well as, see, in our body basically the growth is very much controlled. Cell growth is very much controlled. But if it is exceeding, if cell growth is so much, then the normal cells means without any, our normal human body cells exhibit a property called as contact inhibition. Contact inhibition. So contact inhibition means what? These cells will be not contacted to each other, but when you are suffering from a tumor or cancer, these all cells, they will combine and they form a tumor. So in our body basically the cell growth is very much controlled, but if it fails it leads to cancer. Means cell growth will be more, as well as the cells will start dividing and form numerous cells. So basically they will lose the property called as contact inhibition. They'll ask you numerous neat question. Contact inhibition is necessary or not? In our normal cells, contact inhibition is present, but in cancer cells, contact inhibition is absent. That's why they'll grow as a tumor. So basically again they are divided into benign tumors as well as malignant tumors. Benign tumors, I have told you, they are confined to only one location. and they are not spreading to different parts of the body, and they can be easily curable. But when it comes to malignant tumors, see, malignant tumors means numerous cells will be present, as well as it is widely spreading to different tissues. Benign means it is confined only to one location. Suppose you get a small cancer at some part of the body, it is restricted to that site itself. But malignancy, it is spread to different outside tissues also, everything it is spreading. So it will cause more damage to the cells. This property in malignant tumors, when it is spreading from one place to another, is called as metastasis. Metastasis. Normally, like that. Metastasis. Metastasis is exhibited by benign tumors or malignant tumors. Question. So, a neat question. It is exhibited by malignant tumors, not benign tumors. Metastasis. It will invade the different types of surrounding tissues. So, this is about the benign as well as malignant tumors. So basically, another important question that you should remember. So we have discussed about what the agents which cause cancer and how they are like cell growth and differentiation is taking place. Next, what are the tests which you do to detect the cancer? Very easy to remember. Only you take CT scan or MRI, biopsy, histopathology. I have done in detail in the last class. So, histopathology as well as X-rays. So, CT, MRI, CT scan means it is computed tomography. CT scan as well as MRI scan are a little costly, but these will help in detecting the tumor. So, CT scan is based on what principle? It is based on three-dimensional view. You want a three-dimensional view, right, for the tumor. So then you should prefer CT scan. When it comes to MRI scan, magnetic resonance imaging, magnetic resonance. So when it comes to MRI scanning, basically, what will happen? So in MRI scanning, it is nothing but see, three-dimensional view is CT scan, but when it comes to MRI scan, it is magnetic fields. Magnetic fields all are exhibited in the tumor. If it is susceptible to that of magnetism, then this here you can easily identify. Numerous magnetic fields will surround the tumor. So this is about the MRI scan. Then biopsy. A simple tissue is taken, sliced. Suppose you are having a tumor at this place. So this is sliced, this part is sliced and it is stained with the numerous pigments it is stained. We can't say only one pigment. For one it is different. So a pigment is taken and it is stained basically and it is observed under microscope. Then you will be able to differentiate normal cells as well as which exhibit cancerous cells also you will be able to identify. Histopathology is also same. You will again diagnose it properly. Then last one is, another one is also present, that is nothing but molecular biology. Molecular biology. So basically, the antibodies are produced against the cancer specific antigen. Suppose you inject a cancer specific antigen, if numerous antibodies are produced against it, then based on that also you can identify. See, cancer specific antigens will be present. Then if you inject antibodies or else antibodies are produced naturally, and if they react with that, then also you can diagnose that you are associated with that of cancer. So these are the numerous tests which play an important role. CT, MRI, biopsy, histopathology, as well as the new most trending one is nothing but molecular biology. So these are the different tests which you perform to detect that of cancer. So till now what we have done is nothing but what are the agents which cause cancer. Then what are the properties which are exhibited by cancerous cells, as well as what are the tests which you perform to detect that of cancer. So these are the main things. Next we will see the last part, that is nothing but what are the treatment for cancer. treatment. So basically the treatment for cancer is only it is three types, that is nothing but surgery, radiation therapy, as well as chemotherapy. Surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, sometimes these three combination also is done. So surgery normally if it is in severe level, then you will dissect the tissue and just remove that. So surgery is done in somewhat very high risky cases, surgery is done. When it comes to radiation, radiation also is given to the patient basically. But so high doses of radiation is given and so that the cancer can be cured. When it comes to chemotherapy, chemotherapy means nothing but drugs. This full cancer, why we are discussing in that of human health and diseases? Because of the immune system which is present. So our immune system, when it becomes weak only, no, you are susceptible to numerous diseases. So that's why in chemotherapeutic drugs, immunosuppressants are also given. Means our immune system should be suppressed basically. So these three types are done: surgery, radiation, chemotherapy. But what are the side effects which are associated with that of chemotherapeutic drugs? And so the side effects which are associated are nothing but hair loss as well as anemia. Full hair will be lost. You will be seeing in so many movies like hair loss is there as well as full they're susceptible to that of anemia. So hair loss, anemia, loss of appetite, all are the with cancer only few diseases you will get. Suppose lung cancer means difficulty in breathing, like that you will get only some symptoms. But after the treatment also the patient will be suffering for a few days with hair loss, loss of appetite, anemia and all. So that's why basically cancer is a dangerous disease. If you are cured also, there will be something that is related to that. Like some effects will be, side effects will always be there for that of chemotherapeutic drugs. Radiation also, high doses of radiation also is again harmful. Surgery is the best option, but after surgery, you should continue with some drugs. So basically, all these are the different types which are associated. Nowadays, alpha interferon is also given. Alpha interferon. It is also a drug which is used to suppress the cancer. Alpha interferon is a drug which is given most commonly to suppress the cancer. So these are the different types of treatment for cancer as well as what drug you give. Next, another topic we are going to enter, that is nothing but drugs and its abuse. So drugs. So basically, we all know drugs are usually taken by most of the adolescents basically. That is 12 to 18 years age. They are more suffering from these, they are more attracted towards these drugs. So what are the basic drugs which are present? They are nothing but opioids. Opioids. First we will discuss about the opioids. Opioids are the drugs which bind to opioid receptors that are present in the brain. So they bind to opioid receptors. Receptors present in brain. Opioid receptors are present in the brain and they bind to them. Most common opioid is nothing but heroin. Heroin. Heroin is also called as smack. Also called as smack. So it is white and odorless and colorless also. White and odorless means there is no smell for that. Mostly heroin is usually nothing but diacetyl morphine. Diacetyl morphine. How it is produced? It is produced by acetylation of morphine. Acetylation of morphine will produce diacetyl morphine. And heroin is a highly depressant and it slows down all the body functions. It is a good depressant and it slows down all the body functions also, it will slow. Then later, another important point that you should remember about heroin is nothing but it is obtained from the plant that is called as Papaver somniferum. Papaver somniferum. So what are the about opioids we have done? So what we have done, don't get so much confused because in NEET so many questions will be asked based on this. So basically opioids means now we have started with a new topic that is called as drugs and its abuse. Drugs and abuse. So basically opioids are the main drugs which numerous adolescents and all will prefer. So what are the things which are associated? Opioids, they bind to receptors that are present in the brain. In the brain, basically, opioid receptors are present. These opioids will go and bind to those receptors which are present on the brain, as well as they are present on the gastrointestinal tract also. So CNS and gastrointestinal tract. And what is the most common opioid? It is nothing but heroin. Heroin is also called as smack. Smack. And how these heroin produced? Heroin is produced by acetylation of morphine. That's why heroin is also called as diacetyl morphine. Diacetyl morphine or heroin. If they give you any neat questions, answer with diacetyl morphine is also called as heroin. It is also called as smack. So it is a basically what are the uses of drugs? They have a depressant action. They will depress the immune system and also they act as a depressants. They should be produced from something. These so they are produced from a plant that is called as Papaver somniferum. Papaver somniferum. So these is the main things that you should remember. Simply one thing you remember where it will act. CNS gastrointestinal tract. Then what is the name? What are the different names of it? What is the function? It acts as a depressant and slows down body functions. Then which plant it is produced? Papaver somniferum. So this is about the opioid receptors. Then later, another one that you should remember is cannabinoids. Cannabinoids. First one is opioids that we have seen. Now about second drug that is called as cannabinoids. Cannabinoids also they bind to cannabinoid receptors which are present in brain. Like how opioid receptors are present in the brain. That's why these opioid drugs will go and bind. Like this cannabinoids also cannabinoid receptors are present in the brain and they will go and bind to them. So cannabinoid receptors present in the brain. Same pattern I will follow for that of where it will act. I told you opioid receptors will act on the central nervous system that is on the brain as well as gastrointestinal tract. Like this, these cannabinoid receptors will go and act on heart that is cardiovascular system. They will act on CVS. So and they are produced from a plant that is called as Papaver somniferum. These are read like differences so that you can remember. So these are produced from a plant that is called as cannabis sativa. Cannabis plant only they are produced. The flower tops as well as leaves, numerous will be there for these plants like flowers, leaves. These all are used to produce numerous drugs like marijuana, hashish and all numerous drugs, ganja, all are produced from this plant only. From flower tops and leaves of the plant, these drugs are produced. So this is highly dangerous one. Then these also will suppress the immune system and these will also act as depressants that are associated with that. So these are the main things that you should remember for cannabinoid receptors. Only 4-5 points that you should remember. Read like differences. They also bind to cannabinoid receptors that present in the brain. They are usually on this cardiovascular system, on the heart. They will act. They will act on brain. These will act on heart. Next, cannabis sativa. Cannabis sativa is the plant from where they are produced. The flower tops, leaves of this plant are used to produce numerous drugs like marijuana, hashish, ganja, and all. They are produced from flower tops and leaves of this plant. They also act as depressants, and see, they produce numerous hallucinations also. The depression and all, to cure them, some will use, some they produce only depression, insomnia. They'll give you a sense of energy for. So that's why most people will take these. As well as another plant which is very much important in neat point of view, it is nothing but cocaine. We have discussed about morphine, cannabinoid receptors, then cocaine. Cocaine is the highly dangerous one. It is usually produced from plant called as Erythroxylon coca. Erythroxylon coca. So it is also called as coca. Cocaine is also called as coca or coke. It is also called as. And from which plant it is produced is Erythroxylon coca. And now where these cocaine will go and bind? Cocaine receptors are not present. They will bind to dopamine receptors that are present in the brain. Dopamine receptors. Dopamine receptors will present in brain. These will also cause depression, hallucinations. Intake of these drugs will cause depression, euphoria, increased energy. Euphoria. The people who take these drugs will get increased energy, but it will lead to depression also, as well as hallucinations. Hallucinations means it's felt like the people like they're suffering from hallucinations. All they'll think that has happened, but it has not happened. So those are the hallucinations, as well as depression, as well as euphoria means nothing but increased energy. So this is about the cocaine. So morphine is heroin, or also called as smack. Smack. Cocaine is erythroxylon coca or coke. They bind to dopamine receptors that are present in the brain, cause depression. They cause depression. Here also these cause depression, euphoria, increased energy, as well as where they will act. These also will act on the central nervous system. Brain, all are mostly brain. Cannabinoid receptors only on the heart. Rest all are on the brain itself. So this is about the chapter called as this. Okay. So later when we are going into deep, basically, what is the methods of taking these drugs? Suppose morphine, it is taken by injection or well as snorting. Snorting or injection. Cocaine, it is taken by inhalation methods. They will smell these drugs, few people. They will smell the drugs through inhalation or through some will take it. So ingestion, inhalation, snorting of the drugs, as well as through injections also. Inhalation, ingestion, inhalations, as well as injections, and they'll take numerous types. Drugs can be taken by numerous different types, right? So this is about that. Then another drugs also are obtained from plants called as Atropa belladonna, as well as Datura. The leaves and flowers of not only Erythroxylon coca or these also Atropa belladonna as well as Datura all these plants also will produce numerous drugs, as well as the another drugs which are associated with this is nothing but benzodiazepines, 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 as well as barbiturates. These are also numerous drugs which are taken by individuals basically. By numerous individuals, these benzodiazepines also are taken, and these will cause hallucinations, depressions and all. Same features will be present for all. They will act on the brain, then hallucinations, depressions, insomnia, means full they feel sleepy and increased energy, barbiturates, benzodiazepines, as well as numerous drugs also are associated with this. And another important thing that you should remember is smoking. Smoking also same way. Smoking also it is produced by a alkaloid that is called as nicotine, tobacco. In the tobacco, basically nicotine is present. Nicotine. What is the use of this nicotine? It will act as an alkaloid, and this nicotine only will produce cancer, numerous cancers of the lung. What will happen when nicotine is released in our body? Full our body adrenaline will act, heart rate as well as BP, everything will increase due to this drug, as well as the patient will be suffering on a long term basis if the patient is taking lung cancer, oral cavity cancer, everything they will be suffering from. So these are about the different types of drugs. What we have seen about the opioid receptors, what, where and all. Then next we have seen about the cocaine. Then later we have seen about cannabinoid receptors. We have seen cocaine. It acts on central nervous system. Read 2 times so that it will be easy for you. Then they act on only this point you should remember. Cocaine will act on dopamine receptors that are present in the brain, as well as depression, euphoria, increased energy, hallucinations will be taking place. Then benzodiazepines, barbiturates, tobacco, nicotine, also again it is released. Atropa, belladonna and datura. These are also the different types of plants which play a very important role in that of producing the numerous types of drugs. So don't just get confused regarding all this. This is very easy topic to be remembered. Simply you remember where it is acting basically. First remember for the 3 types of drugs, because these 3 types of drugs only are very important in NEET point of view. Suppose in the first chapter, first thing, where it will act on central nervous system. Cocaine also, opioids will act on central nervous system, cocaine also central nervous system. But cannabinoids, they will act on cardiovascular system, heart, as well as what is the plant which helps in producing the opioids. Those are nothing but the Papaver somniferum. Papaver somniferum. Next one is read as differences to easily remember for NEET point of view. Then cocaine is coca, like that you can remember. Erythroxylon coca, you can remember like that for cocaine. When it comes to second one, that is cannabinoid receptors. Cannabis, you can easily identify. So plant is done, as well as what are the functions is done. Then later, where they will act. They bind to opioid receptors, cannabinoids bind to cannabinoid receptors, cocaine will bind to dopamine receptors present in the brain. Then what are the things which are associated with that? What are the symptoms you see? Like depression, increased energy. Whoever take the drugs, there will be increased energy for them. Then about benzodiazepines we have discussed, tobacco as well as dhatura. These are the different types of plants which play a very important role in producing the drugs. Tobacco also, nicotine plays a very important role. So this is about the drugs. Next we will see how to motivate the patients regarding that in the next class. Okay.